My headspace that I'm in now is way better than what I was before, and that's the only thing that matters to me.
1, 2, 3.
I'm looking at it now, it's just like, I don't know, probably it was a good thing, us fighting. Cause you have someone that, we come from two different sides, like, of the world. We still on the same path to get the same thing. You know, I gotta be in there with him, I gotta be able to, you know, his arm reach, his size, his power, the way he moving and things like that. I just gotta adapt as I fight him. I think it's gonna be a great event. Every time I fight, it's fireworks.
Sorry, that's what this water is cold.
Nah, I need my food.
Behind the scenes, Gervonta Tank Davis is working hard and staying focused on his training. As excitement grows, this fight has become one of boxing's biggest talking points. With two fighters from very different backgrounds stepping into the ring, fans are eager to see if experience and talent can overcome a major size difference when the opening bell finally rings.
The face of boxing for Gen Z and Gen Alpha. They are the two biggest boxers in America, and they are putting it all on the line. One has the speed, the skill, the accuracy, and the one-punch knockout power. The other has the size, the force, and the unbreakable confidence to make this must-see Netflix. One man has been doing this for 23 years, since the age of 7. The other picked up the sport 5 years ago and has virtually no amateur experience.
What stands out is his reasoning for brushing off.
What makes his approach interesting is that he is ignoring the usual pre-fight talk. He believes this matchup is just as important as the toughest fights of his career and sees it as another serious challenge that deserves his full focus and respect.
Tank and I are both been going at this, taking this super seriously, active, etc. And so I think there's much higher stakes, it's a much bigger fight, and we both have that knockout power. I think I've seen things in people that I thought they were not prepared or not focused or whatever, and then turns out in the fight they were ready. So I don't really pay too much mind to how people act in these pressers.
As the fight builds, boxing insiders have revealed an unexpected move. Davis has joined Jose Benavidez's training camp, adding to support a respected and experienced team.
I just saw on Jose Benavidez Sr. Instagram and on his socials, he's showing Gervonta Tank Davis working out in this video and announcing and marketing the new Gervonta Tank Davis on Team Benavidez merchandise. Now, he had a few videos out there showing Gervonta Tank Davis working out and all those things, and I promise you, he could not have made this announcement without Gervonta Tank Davis's blessing. For me, this makes it official, their relationship. And Gervonta Tank Davis and David Benavidez, they've shared their mutual respect for each other.
By training with Benavidez's camp, Davis hopes to improve his boxing skills, break opponents down more effectively, and land cleaner counterpunches instead of depending only on his knockout power.
Shot power that's carried him so far.
He doesn't implement that in the ring. According to CompuBox, Gervonta Tank Davis' lack of activity is historic. I mean, he is the lowest volume fighter in the world. And a lot has to do with his timing, his IQ, his precision, and his power. He throws something when he sees something. But it just so happens to make him a low activity fighter. And against Lamont Roach, I think that has something to do with the trouble Lamont Roach gave him, because Lamont Roach didn't give him much. So Gervonta, he really couldn't find too much to counter.
That said, not everyone is convinced this pairing makes sense.
Not everyone agrees with this partnership. Sean Porter and Sean Zittle have questioned whether Jose Benavidez Sr. is the right coach, noting that he has spent most of his career training his sons, David and Jose Jr.
Like, I feel like Jose can definitely train his son. I'm not sure about every.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. We've seen him train Jose and David, and then also
Pacheco and Rayo.
Jose Rayo, yeah, and Pacheco as well. You know, Pacheco isn't with them,
and they both are gone.
Yeah. And they both are.
Yeah.
And Jose doesn't fight anymore. I think.
Not really. No, he hasn't been contender status for a minute. Jose Benavidez, really since Crawford. That was whatever he had left after that shooting. Crawford got it from Jose, and then everything since then has been.
He shifts from skepticism to something more personal.
He moves beyond questioning the decision and shares advice that applies to any fighter. He believes leaving a coach or changing training camps should come after honest self-reflection. Only the fighter truly knows when it's time to move on. Those decisions can shape a career, so they should never be made just to please critics, fans, or outside pressure.
Determine for yourself if you've outgrown somebody. Don't let other people tell you that you've outgrown somebody.
All right.
He's saying shut your ass.
Listen, no. Listen. Determine for yourself if you've outgrown a situation.
Yeah.
Don't let other people tell you that you've outgrown that situation. You determine for yourself. This is what in my personal life, what I learned is I did everything that I could do. And everything. My dad taught me. My dad taught me, until you exalt every option that you have, you got more that you can do.
The discussion then turned from Davis's new training team to the opponents he could face next, with Shakur Stevenson becoming the biggest talking point. Max Kellerman says this was once viewed as a dream fight, but things have changed. Davis has not fought as often in recent years, while Stevenson has moved up to 140 pounds, making the matchup feel very different today.
I think in an era when the dust settles, Ali is in this corner, Frazier's in that corner. They're in the winner's bracket. Mayweather's in this corner, Pacquiao's in this corner. Sugar Ray Leonard's in this corner, Marvin Hagler's in that corner. That's a real super fight.
Right.
A couple years ago, the sense people had is that the winner's bracket fight was going to be Shakur versus Tank Davis. Tank never seemed particularly interested in making it happen. But since then, Shakur has ascended and now would seem to offer Tank a bigger reward for the risk than used to be the case.
Showbiz, the adult host, brings the conversation back.
Showbiz, the adult, brings the discussion back to the facts instead of the hype. He argues that if both fighters are already close in size outside of training camp, there is no real reason to avoid the matchup. Neither boxer would need to gain or lose significant weight. Because of that, every delay raises more questions and makes it seem like the fight is being postponed by choice rather than necessity.
Gervonta Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson weighing pretty much the same, walking around like Shakur and Gervonta should be the fight. Shakur Stevenson 148 point whatever, while Gervonta Tank Davis is 147. They are both walking around the same. Those guys are the same size. And Keyshawn Davis being in the mid-150s, that makes sense. But you notice who didn't do a skills check, and that's Debo. Funny thing is, Bill Haney did. He's like, I'm 200 pounds. But yeah, Debo didn't do a skills check.
Calvin Ford brings a steadier note to the conversation. Despite all the...
Calvin Ford offers a calmer view of the situation. While many people continue to debate the timing, weight, and recent activity of both fighters, he believes the matchup will happen when the conditions are right for everyone involved. He is not ignoring the challenges. Instead, he feels that the biggest boxing fights often come together naturally, even if fans have to wait longer than expected.
Watching.
I always sit there and say, fight's gonna happen. You get what I'm saying? Because it's when everything line up, everybody's situated, they're gonna make it happen. They're gonna make it do what it do when it's time to do it.
And you're still, I would imagine, confident in Gervonta in that fight.
Like I said,
how have you seen Shakur get better?
To me, Shakur was always better. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's nobody that he's been in front of that really put him through that yet.
A testament.
Right. So when I look at certain fights, it's not a threat. You know what I'm saying? But Shakur is Shakur.
Stevenson ends the discussion by saying the situation is about more than boxing. He explains that his relationship with Davis is shaped by personal history that most fans do not know about. According to Stevenson, the delays are not only about weight classes or business decisions. He believes there are deeper personal issues involved, making the fight more complicated than it appears from the outside.
Yeah, I mean,
whatever you can share.
It's kind of bigger than boxing, I guess you could say, because like the history and like everything that went on. It's hard to even speak on it just because of the fact that we got to fight. So at the end of the day,
you feel that's gonna happen?
Yeah, I know it's gonna happen. I mean, I'm the best, he the best. So when you got two guys that's the best, how can you not fight? Only way you could not fight if one of them guys ain't like that and somebody go off to lose or somebody take an L. But I think like with both of us, we both fighters that's really good fighters and on that level.
After talking about their shared history, Stevenson makes it clear that he still has great respect for Davis's talent. He says Davis is much more than a heavy puncher. His success comes from patience, smart decisions, and excellent timing inside the ring. Stevenson believes those qualities show a high boxing IQ that only another top-level fighter can fully appreciate. In his view, strong respect and fierce competition can exist at the same time.
Nah, he's strategic. He's setting guys up. He been boxing since a little kid, just like I've been boxing since a little kid. And you can tell, like, with the experience. Even with his last fight with Frank Martin, you can see Frank Martin was more so an amateur. Like, the experience he got is not on the level of, like, Tank. And he just took off with experience. He let him waste his energy, gassed him out, and then round 8, okay, it's time to go home.
When would you like to see that fight happen?
Whenever. I think that I'm ready for it, he ready for it, we both in our primes. It can happen next, it can happen next year, it can happen whenever he say.
The conversation then shifts to another possible opponent for Davis, Devin Haney. Bill Haney brings extra intensity by directing his criticism not only at Davis, but also at Calvin Ford and Coach Ellis. Instead of focusing on the fighter alone, he questions how the entire team handles its approach. Whether his comments are part of a real strategic concern or simply an effort to build excitement for a future fight, they increase the tension between both camps and give fans even more to talk about.
The money is Devin and Tank. Tank. And I guarantee you he ain't gonna say Devin's name. Because we ain't got no fight, we available, and you don't want none of him. Calvin, nigga, knock it off, man. You know what I'm saying? Knock it off, Calvin. And what's that other dude name?
Coach Ellis.
Coach Ellis.
He accuses Tank Davis camp directly of ducking a fight with his son.
Bill Haney openly claims that Tank Davis's team is avoiding a fight with his son. He argues that the delay is not caused by timing or circumstances, but by a decision to stay away from a matchup. According to him, the discussions about fighting styles and size differences are simply excuses. He also criticizes the way Davis's team handles its business, saying they focus more on making profitable decisions and on delivering the high-profile fights that fans want and that could leave a lasting legacy.
Man, get off of Twitter, man, and knock it off, man. If you the face of boxing, then send over something, man. You know what I'm saying? Something respectful, like you're really trying to do this shit. Because every fighter that Devin fuck with gets paid, man, the most money, man. Knock it off, man. That's bunk business, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we don't need you. Let the welfare feed you for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real. Because that's where you're going to be at in the welfare line. You keep shitting on the people, giving them the fake fights, talking about that we didn't charge $57. Listen, we going to give you the best fights, and we going to get all the people in there, you know what I'm saying, because that's what we do. And we pay the fight.
Timothy Bradley Jr. quickly challenges the idea of this fight happening. He points out that the weight classes do not match and reminds fans that Davis has been inactive for nearly a year and a half. Because of those factors, Bradley believes the rumors create excitement, but do not necessarily mean the fight is close to becoming a reality.
Haney Tank. Hearing the talk. Stop the cap. Come on now. I don't believe it. I don't believe it, man. Another distraction. That's all it is. What weight they gonna fight at? Thought Tank was small. What weight? 140? Not gonna happen. Tank gonna go to 47? What weight? Like, this don't even make any sense.
Bradley moves beyond the Davis-Haney matchup and shares his frustration with how boxing negotiations happen today. He believes too much of the process now plays out in public, unlike in the past. In his view, people chase attention instead of focusing on making the fight happen. He argues that the endless online discussions often become more valuable than the actual matchup, even when no deal is ever finalized.
All the makings of a fight wasn't, it wasn't out in public, man. I wish it went back to those days, because they stir up things, they stir up conversation, it's all clout chasing. That's it. And usually the fights don't happen. We've been hearing about Shakur and Haney. They all saying different things, but doing something completely different. Just make the damn fights. That's it, make the fights. Surprise us sometime. Please surprise us.
Bradley predicts that Devin Haney would have the advantage if the fight takes place because he believes Haney is the more complete boxer. He also comments on reports linking Davis to Ben Davison, but does not present them as confirmed facts. More than anything, Bradley hopes Davis can regain the focus, discipline, and hunger that made him so dangerous earlier in his career, believing outside distractions may have affected his progress.
I think a win if they were to fight. Devin Haney. Ooh, Tim, you crazy. Tim, you crazy. Ain't no way he gonna beat Tank Davis. Ain't no way. Tank got too much power for him. Tank this, Tank that. What about Dev? Dev been active. Dev been busy. I'm going with the more active fighter. The one that's been busy. That's who I'm going with. The bigger fighter. The guy that can box.
Tank Davis has never stayed out of the spotlight for long, and the next stage of his career is already creating plenty of discussion, whether it is a possible opponents connected to his name or the comments he makes before his next fight. Fans continue to pay close attention. Boxing supporters are eager to see what happens next. Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more boxing updates.